Morning guys. So this is my first vlog, somewhat chill content, give it a crack. And I'm going to take you through what a rough day is like for an online coach slash amateur natural bodybuilder. And the first priority right now for me is getting down my pre-workout meal. It's about 6 in the morning. I'm going to go train at about 7. So before I can start my morning routine, which I'll take you guys through, need to get some carbs in. And because it's relatively short, you know, my window between eating and training, I need to make sure that that meal is primarily carbs, a little bit of protein, and minimal fat and fiber, so it can get digested relatively quickly, and I can try and utilize those carbs. So right now we've got banana, rice, and whey protein with a little bit of water mixed in. Sounds a bit strange, but it actually slaps. So if you haven't tried it, get on it. I'll usually have this or cereal for the rice if I've got not much time between eating and training. I actually forgot to say, we've got honey in here as well. So we're tripling up on those easy digestible carbs in honey, banana, and rice. And a little fun fact for you guys when it comes to carbohydrates. Some research suggests that if we combine glucose and fructose from fruit, you actually uptake that glycogen quicker. So if I'm trying to get glycogen and carbs in quick, I'll always try and combine fruit and some other easy digesting carb outside of that. Another thing I do before my morning training is smash some coconut water. Top up potassium and also tops up carbs as well. So obviously both of those things will be quite important going into the gym. And what you can see right there is my partner's vine that she's very happy with at the moment. It's growing like a weed.
Bring your attention to the sensation of sitting.
And the last bit of the morning routine before we hit the gym is, of course, take the boys for a walk. Hey. Honestly, having a dog is great for your health because it forces you to get outside. Well, if you live in an apartment like me, I need to take him out in the morning, so it forces you to get outside in the morning, get some movement in because you need to take your dog out, and also get some sun in your eyes, which is great for your sleep. And also, fucking just dogs are sick, aren't they? And that's probably good for your mental health. All right, we are now about to go to the gym. Fuck, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. I hope you heard the rest of that. But nevertheless, I wanted to talk to you guys about meditation because it's something I talk about a little bit on Instagram, but it's pretty misunderstood, I think. I think a lot of people don't really give it a crack because they feel like it's just some like spiritual thing, or they do, but they find it's too hard and they're like, man, I can't concentrate. But all it really is just getting good at focusing, you know, or trying to get better at being present and focusing. Because the thing is, right, if you're a very stressed person, chances are you experience something stressful in the day, and it's not just that experience that's making you fucking bogged down by stress. It's the constant thinking about it, the constant ruminating on that thing. I'm very much someone to do that. If I can't resolve an issue, I'll ruminate on it. But if you're purely focused on what you're doing, or you know what you're not doing, like just looking around, being aware, being present, You can't be lost in thought. And the whole idea of meditation isn't to like be perfect. It's just to, every time, so you try and focus on something, whether it's the breath or sensation in your body. And when you find that you've lost concentration and you're now thinking, you just bring yourself back to whatever it is you're focusing on. And that's 1 rep. And the idea is just to get as many reps as you can throughout that 10 minutes or whatever of meditation. And what happens when you do that consistently for a long period of time, you start getting a lot better at doing it in your everyday life, and you catch yourself when you're not present a lot more. And this helps you feel more relaxed, more focused, more productive. And everyone who I've gotten onto it, whether it's my clients or like friends, family, anyone who's done it consistently, it has had a huge impact on their life. I know me personally it has as well. So honestly, give it a crack, or at least look into it, because it's really, really helpful. And there's a lot of benefit or research on the benefit of it for training as well and recovery. Because if you think about the most just naturally jacked guy that you can think of in your life, maybe in your friend circle, chances are they're pretty relaxed and they're a pretty chill person. That's not just a coincidence, because if you're more chill, more stress-free, you recover better, you train harder, and you can build more muscle. And it's just more favorable for creating a ideal kind of hormonal environment to put on muscle as well. So yeah, manage stress. That's why I always talk about stress. Anyway, we've got a kamikaze going down right now. I'm about to cut and I'll be at the gym. Hopefully I'll be looking a bit more fired up, a bit more focused, locked in. I'm about to pump some tunes in the car, smash this, and head over there. Let's do it. All right, we have arrived. So I hit upper and lower Monday, Tuesday this week. So I've got upper today as it's Thursday right now. I was training 1 rep in reserve at the very most, at the very hardest, Monday, Tuesday, because I've been pretty cooked lately. Today's the first day in a while where I feel really recovered and ready to fucking go. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I need to make sure I'm not stupid with it and just start grinding out partials and all that stupid, just real crazy training, because then I'll just send myself right back in the hole, which I've done many times before. So going to train hard today, but also be smart, not be stupid with it, and get a good stimulus, but also, make sure I can have another session tomorrow. This is what we are currently dealing with.
Esse é o DJ Sabi, o moleque é foda, é foda, é foda. A partir de agora, o sacode vai começar.
Man, that was the first really good session that I've had in, honestly, a few weeks. A bit of a relief, to say the least. So now, wrapped up, go home, shower, we'll get into our post-workout meal, and then get into some work for the day.
All right, so post-workout meal going down. I've actually got this breakfast burrito that my missus prepped, but she didn't want them. So we've got extra lean beef mince, egg, cheese, spinach, and obviously the wrap as well for some extra carbs. Not bad, actually pretty nice. Post-workout nutrition really doesn't need to be complicated. People say it's really important to, replenish glycogen stores. Obie, shh. But really, unless you're training immediately after, I don't really see the rush to replenish those glycogen stores. Yes, you're gonna be more sensitive post-training to getting that back up, but if you're doing one session in the day, really doesn't matter. Just get carbs somewhere after training at some point. Now that that's done, I'm getting into client check-ins, content, setting up new clients. I'll probably honestly be sitting at this desk until dinner time. So it's not super exciting. It's not like, I don't know, you might see online, the online coach lifestyle, sitting at cafes, sitting at the beach. But that's the reality. If you want to, grow as a coach, as a business, then requires work like anything else. So yeah, not really much content to shoot, but if I start doing anything else throughout the day, then I'll see you there. And I was just thinking as well that I might do a chill video like this, maybe once a week, once a fortnight. And on my Instagram, I'll put out a question box and I might do a Q&A as well, answer any questions around training, bodybuilding, lifestyle, nutrition, all that good stuff. So if you're seeing this video but you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put the link in the bio down below and you can go over and suss my page. I post a lot of content there. So yeah, suss it out. All right, meal 3 for the day. Got to get you guys in on this glorious shit right here. Look at that. Yogurt bowl, we're talking protein yogurt, YoPro, simple stuff. Whey protein, mixed berries, some dark chocolate and honey. Beautiful, bro, beautiful. I'll have probably two more meals. One meal kind of mid-afternoon. It's currently 12:40 at the moment. Have another meal in a couple of hours and then dinner to wrap things up. So I got caught up in work. It's now dinner time and I didn't have my second last meal of the day. So I am changing up my last meal, making it a bit more calorie dense by having 2 chicken burgers. This is usually my go-to when I'm a bit low on calories. I need extra. I just make some burgers because I love burgers and it's easy to make them a little bit more calorie dense. So we've probably got around 900 calories here or so. So you guys know I will be posting some more, educational based content as I mentioned earlier. This type of video I'll be posting maybe once a fortnight, once a week, but I'm going to try and get a Q&A involved. So if everyone's still watching, I appreciate it. Of course, like and subscribe, and appreciate the support.